Hi everyone, it's Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com, and in this video we're going to be making this masculine theme card with this beautiful new In Good Taste suite from the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. And you can find these beautiful products on 122 to 124 of the catalog. I mean, just look how awesome that stamp set is. I just want to show you that the coordinating designer series paper is in good taste, and I've got the front and back of each pattern. And the great thing about this is there are 24 sheets, 2 each of 12 designs in the pack, so it's a double pack, and I've got the rest on the back. And here on the sides, I have the coordinating colors, Stampin' Up! Colors that you can use with these. And that's listed in the catalog as well as on the pack of paper. So let's get started. First, I wanted to show you that these beautiful labels that are in this die set that come in the bundle are just so beautiful. They're labels, and so they can be used with this set and mini sets, okay? So I wanted to show you here what I've done. I've pre-cut some of these, well, all of them, in fact. So you can see here's this one, beautifully stitched. I've already got the sentiment stamped on that, and I stamped it directly on designer paper. Look at this one, and in this brick pattern is beautiful. Here is a pretty circle, and there are 2 sizes of these, and it's not only scalloped or like a starburst, but it's got little faux stitching around the edges there too. And then this beautiful label punch that I've cut out in our cardstock vellum. So let me put these dies aside, and I'm going to show you how we're going to assemble the card. Okay, so we're going to work with a gray granite card base, cut it 5.5 by 8.5, all right? And we're going to set that aside while we work with this layer. Look at this beautiful wood grain, dark with the early espresso theme. And so I chose that for my background. And then I just cut different pieces that were light enough to just really stand out from this background designer paper. And so here's our sentiment, okay? And I'm just going to kind of arrange these like I want. And you just layer them up, and you can use them all together. You don't have to match them up. They just perfectly blend together well. This particular label with vellum, I wanted to add a little extra touch there, just kind of in contrast to the designer paper. And I wanted to put one of the stamped images on here. So I decided to use the feather, and I'm going to ink this up in early espresso ink, which is the only ink I've used on this particular card. And I'm going to stamp it over here to the left. Okay, then because it's that classic ink and it's vellum, to get it to stay and not smear, we want to clear emboss. And so if you use our classic inks for this technique, let me slide this off, then you want to take and stamp and then cover it with clear Stampin' Emboss powder, okay? So let me just flick off this excess embossing powder by flicking on the back. And then I would take my heat tool and just heat it up. And it's going to make a beautiful image that is shiny when it's embossed. Let that heat up a little bit. And you can see it turning darker and shiny, and it's just amazing. Love doing this on vellum. And vellum makes such a good accent on most any card that you make. Okay. So we got that done. So now with vellum, what the tricky part is getting the adhesive not to show, okay? So let's start arranging these pieces. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to kind of cover that up. All right, do you see how that kind of curled a little bit? I'm going to take my heat tool again and heat the back of it up, and that kind of straightens it out a little bit, okay? All right, there we go. So now this is how I want this to sit. I want this piece to cover up my adhesive that I'm going to put here. So we're just going to layer these up like this. Okay, and I am going to put the vellum piece down first. So now that I see how these are going to be arranged, I can move that. I see that I'm about 1/2 inch or so from the edge here. And I'm going to take some liquid glue and put it toward the edge here, just on that section that's going to be covered by that other label. And you want just a thin piece. Let me get it where I want it, because when you press down, it's going to spread a bit, okay? And surely we wouldn't want that showing, so this is going to come to the rescue. And we're going to go ahead and adhere that down. Just like that. Okay. And then let's see. That's going there, but I want this wood grain circle to be underneath it. So I don't want it to cover my feather, so I'm going to position it just like that. Okay. Then this is going to come and overlap the circle just a bit. And this could be, with this sentiment, could be a Father's Day card, a birthday card, a thank you card. This sentiment, "You are the best," can go just about for anything. Okay, so now I decided it needed a little something else. So I cut just a little piece of about 2 inches of white ribbon. And this is from the Flowers for Every Season ribbon combo pack. And I'm just going to tack it right here where it ties all of those pieces together. So I'm just going to get a stapler, because I think that fits with the whole theme of the card, and staple that down. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and put this over top. I'm going to go ahead and use my bone folder again and get a good crease here. And let's go ahead and mount that over the top. And then all we're going to have to do is finish the inside of the card. And I'll show you how I did it on the previous one I made to give you an idea. Just cut a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 inch Whisper White, stamped a feather. It's ready for your message. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. You can get these supplies in my online store. Visit my website at inkandinspirations.com. You'll see the Shop Now link. I'd love to help you out, and if you have any questions, let me know. I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.